Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you are all doing well. It's a miserable day outside, so I thought I would talk to you guys about an image I took recently down in Lyme Regis, down at the Cobb. And if you guys know me and you've been followers of my channel and my social media for a long time, you'd know that I grew up in a place called Lyme Regis. It's a beautiful little town down in Dorset, and it has one of the most iconic locations on the south coast, the Cobb. And it's a beautiful composition, it's a beautiful image, it's just a lovely place. Lyme is a great place, and it's just a fantastic composition for a photograph as well. I've got terabytes and terabytes of raw files of the Cobb in Lyme Regis, all sorts of different compositions over the years, as I've been progressing and learning photography over the years. And last Monday I got an image from there that I've wanted for a long time, and one that I can finally be proud of and call a keeper. And it's not often I get images like this. Every now and again I'll get a nice image, but ones that are kind of special to me, that mean a lot to me, and images that I've wanted and worked for a long time don't really happen very often. And this is one of those images. It is just a beautiful image, and it's something that I've kind of dreamt of and wanted for a long time. And it's this image here. I'll pop it up on screen for you guys now. So this is the Cobb in Lyme Regis. If you haven't seen it before, you probably have, but it is just absolutely stunning. It's just the perfect composition. It usually works really well as like a portrait composition like this, just with the big S running out into the sea, into the sunrise, and then you can get some amazing waves there. But portrait shots really are very nice and very artistic, and you can get really good shots with waves there. But this is the shot I'm talking about. This was Monday morning last week. The shot I wanted was exactly this shot. I wanted the sun to be rising out over the sea, so it had to be in the winter months or coming into the winter months. It can't be too late on in the winter because the sun gets further and further south, and eventually it'll end up over here somewhere and the composition won't quite work. This is about as far as I kind of wanted it to go. I'm shot at 17mm, so nice and wide to get it all in. But I wanted a really good sky, and I also wanted a sun flare. So how I went about shooting this shot is really quite simple. The image itself is shot at about 40 seconds. I think it's about 42 seconds. It's one single exposure, and I managed to get the exposure pretty much bang on in camera, and the water looks absolutely perfect to me as well. So focusing down here, about a third into the frame on the Cobb down here somewhere, enabled me to have focus throughout the whole frame. So once the composition was set up and I was happy with how it looked, all I had to do was plan for the sun and when it came up. And it's a really quick thing to try and get a sun flare. I don't know if you guys have shot them before, but they can be quite tricky to get right. And recently I've learned the best way to do it, and it's to get your shot and then blend in the start afterwards. So this image is shot at f13, one single exposure, and then literally the shot after I got this, I cranked up my aperture to f22, so I've got a really tiny aperture, and then shot 20 seconds and got the sunburst. I did get a tiny little sunburst on the f13 shot, but when you shoot at f22, because the hole on your lens is so small, it really helps emphasize that sunstar. And then I just painted it in afterwards, and it was really dead simple to do. But a really effective way to get an image that I've wanted for such a long time. So yeah, this is the image. The sky is just perfect to me. The water is perfect. The composition to me feels absolutely perfect. How the Cobb draws you out into the sea and into the amazing sky. It's just such a perfect setting. And recently I bought my first house, and I wanted to get something really special of Lyme, because Lyme obviously means quite a lot to me growing up there. And I wanted to get a nice canvas print, and I wanted it to be something special, and I did that just the other day. So I shot this image on Monday last week, an absolutely glorious sunrise, and I got straight in touch with a good mate of mine who was also UK Landscape Photographer of the Year, Mr. Andy Farrer. And if you don't know Andy Farrer, I urge you to go and check out his work, because he is an incredible landscape photographer, and I'm very honoured to know him and shoot with him. And I'm really honoured that he gets to print my work as well, because he's got an eye for landscape photography. He knows exactly what he wants when he prints his work, and his print lab is just perfect, and they do just that. Him and Carlo are absolutely perfect. I must say, this is not sponsored, and he's not paying me to say anything. He's just fantastic, and what he does and his work and his passion for printing is absolutely perfect. And with my experience with printers in the past, There is no one better in the UK. I've never used anyone better. They are absolutely perfect. So I exported the image as a full res TIFF file. I sent it over to Andy, and then I went down to the shop in Swanage to get this canvas printed for my lounge, and I actually filmed the whole thing. So I'm going to pop some B-roll up on screen for you guys right now of the whole process, filming from start to finish. And yeah, you can see the hard work and effort that goes into it. And the finished product, and it really is just, I love the process of printing. It blows my mind, really. I don't really understand it. All the colour profiles and sizing and scaling, it just blows my mind all the time. I can never quite get my head around it, but it's really, really nice and reassuring when we go out and we take photos like this. We want them printed and we want them on our walls, and we want to give our customers something really special, that the finished product can be just exactly what it's like on your screen at home, and that's exactly what happens. So as you can see, the finished product is absolutely stunning, and it's hanging up in my lounge now, and I absolutely love it. I walk past it every day now, and I just love it because I know that I've wanted this image for years. I've wanted that sun over the sea over there. I've wanted it to be a sun flare. I wanted a really, really good sky. It's a place that really means a lot to me, and of the countless images, hundreds and thousands of images I've shot there, nothing really stands up to this one. And that's the great thing about landscape photography. It's a big, big journey, and this is kind of where landscape photography started for me, standing up there on the Cobb and seeing photos of the Cobb. It's just a really, really nice composition, and now I've finally got an image that I'm super proud of and I can call a keeper. Yeah, it makes that journey worthwhile, and I urge you to print your work if you don't print your work. And if you do want to print your work, do get in touch with Andy, because he's the best. That's it. He's the best. Period. Done. That's it. Absolutely perfect. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. I hope you guys have liked it, and I hope it's given you a bit of inspiration to print your work. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do consider clicking subscribe below. Give us a like. It's the biggest and best thing you can do to any YouTube channel. So if you like the content that you watch, then please do just click like below. Give us a comment, and I will see you guys